Welcome back, soap fans. Get ready, because Thursday's episode of Days of Our Lives, airing April 17th, delivers a tidal wave of drama, secrets, and emotional confrontations. Whether you're Team Kuriakis, Team Alamein, or just here for the chaos, today's revelations are not to be missed. Let's break it all down, every twist, every betrayal, and every emotional landmine. The camera cuts to the iconic Kuriakis mansion, where the air practically crackles with tension. The doors swing open, and in walks Vivian Alamein, commanding, unapologetic, and as unpredictable as ever. From the moment she steps into the room, the energy shifts. Maggie Kuriakis narrows her eyes, instantly on edge. Xander stiffens, sensing the storm that's about to hit. Vivian doesn't waste time. She doesn't need to. With her trademark smug smile and biting words, she takes control of the conversation before anyone else can catch their breath. You thought the drama was over? She practically dares them. Oh, sweethearts, I'm just getting started. Xander tries to hold his ground, but Vivian starts circling, picking at his confidence, planting seeds of doubt. Maggie, fierce as ever, steps in to protect her family, demanding Vivian leave immediately. But Vivian brushes her off like an annoying fly. She's not here to play games this time. She's here with purpose. And when she hints that she has information that could change everything, the room goes still. Xander's eyes narrow. What are you talking about? Vivian grins. Oh, you'll see. Let's just say, the foundation you're standing on isn't as solid as you think. Boom. The tension explodes. Vivian has everyone right where she wants them, off balance, emotional, and vulnerable. Philip isn't around to run interference, which means Vivian is free to make her move without opposition. She leans in toward Xander, voice low but cutting. And then, she drops the bomb. That letter, the one that handed your brother half of Titan? It's a lie. A complete fabrication. For a beat, there's silence. Xander blinks. What? Vivian repeats it, slower this time, relishing every word. Fake. Forged. Nothing more than ink on paper, dressed up to look official. Xander reels, his mind racing. Everything he thought he knew, about his claim, his position, his family's trust, is now in question. He looks to Maggie, but she's already reacting. Her jaw clenched. Her voice sharp with fury. You forged a legal document to divide a legacy? You've crossed a line, Vivian. But Vivian just smiles wider, like she's enjoying every second of their unraveling. She turns to Xander. You should thank me, really. I've given you a reality check. Now you know who you're really dealing with. Maggie has had enough. She demands that Vivian leave the house immediately, her voice trembling with restrained rage. But Vivian? She stays rooted, calm, calculated. I'm not finished yet, she says coolly. Not until Philip gives me what I'm owed. He can either cooperate, or I take this public. Her message is clear. Cooperate, or watch the entire Kuriakis empire descend into chaos. Xander is livid. Maggie is furious. And Vivian? She's right at home in the eye of the storm. Away from the explosive tension at the Kuriakis mansion, a quieter storm is brewing, one that could be just as destructive. In the softly lit living room, Sarah Kuriakis sits across from Maggie. Her hands tremble slightly as she clutches a cup of tea she hasn't touched. Her eyes are heavy with guilt, her voice barely above a whisper. Maggie, there's something I haven't told Xander. Maggie looks up, concerned. What is it, sweetheart? And then, Sarah confesses. A secret, one she's been carrying for weeks. One that could unravel everything she's built with Xander, again. Whether it's about the baby, a betrayal, or something deeper, the weight of it is clearly immense. Maggie's reaction is immediate, her face floods with emotion. Confusion, disbelief, and then, disappointment. How could you keep this from him? She asks, not in anger, but in heartbreak. Sarah defends herself, saying she was trying to protect him, or maybe protect herself. But it's clear even she's unsure if she did the right thing. Now, Maggie is faced with a choice. Does she honor Sarah's confidence and stay silent? Or does Xander, who's already being blindsided by Vivian's revelations, deserve to know the full truth? It's a moral dilemma, one that threatens to tear at the fabric of their already fragile family ties. And the irony? While Sarah is bearing her soul behind closed doors, she has no idea what's unfolding just rooms away. Vivian is manipulating the family, upending Xander's world piece by piece. If Sarah's secret comes out at the wrong time, it could be the final blow. Meanwhile, across town, Stephanie Johnson is caught in a whirlwind of emotion. Something's shifted, maybe in her relationship, maybe in her sense of purpose. She's questioning everything, and there's only one person she knows will give her straight answers: her mother, Kayla. They meet in the hospital cafeteria, neutral ground, familiar, safe. Stephanie sits across from Kayla, her normally composed demeanor cracked with vulnerability. "I don't know what to do anymore, Mom," she admits, her voice quiet but urgent. "I feel like everything's spinning, and I can't tell which direction I'm supposed to go." Kayla listens, really listens. No interruptions, no assumptions. Just presence. This isn't just motherly advice, it's a moment of generational strength. Kayla has weathered more storms than Stephanie can imagine, and her calm reassurance is exactly what Stephanie needs. They talk openly. About trust. About following your gut even when the path is messy. About knowing when to fight, and when to let go. Stephanie leaves the conversation not with all the answers, but with something more powerful: clarity. This moment is a reminder of what Days of Our Lives does best, balancing the high-stakes drama with grounded, emotional truth. It's not just about power plays and secrets. It's also about the bonds that hold people together when everything else is falling apart. Thousands of miles away from Salem, a darker, colder tension hangs in the air. We're in Estonia now, a stark, unfamiliar backdrop for a confrontation years in the making. Inside a dimly lit safe house, Marlena Evans and Steve Johnson finally come face to face with their old enemy, Orpheus. Time hasn't dulled the venom between them. The second Orpheus enters, the air turns electric with animosity. Marlena's eyes burn with fury. Steve's jaw is clenched tight. Orpheus, calm, smug, like he's enjoying the reunion. This isn't just a meeting, it's a reckoning. Every scar, every loss, every twisted game Orpheus ever played is carried into this moment. The conversation is sharp, laced with veiled threats and psychological warfare. Orpheus dangles half-truths, offering slivers of information about John Black, but never enough to give real closure. Steve finally hits his limit. After hours of chasing shadows across Estonia, chasing a man who always seems one step ahead, Steve makes a call that shocks Marlena. "We're done here," he says. Marlena's reaction is immediate and visceral. "What are you saying, Steve? That we just leave? That we give up on John?" Her voice cracks, not with weakness, but with heartbreak. Because to her, walking away feels like surrender. But Steve explains, this isn't defeat. It's redirection. He's convinced there's nothing left to find here. No more leads. No more moves to make. Staying would only waste time they can't afford to lose. "We've hit a dead end," he tells her gently. "We need to start looking somewhere new." Still, Marlena isn't convinced. She's not ready to let go, not of John, not of this mission. And though Steve tries to reassure her, the tension between them is unmistakable. This could be a turning point, not just in their search, but in their partnership. Because when the stakes are this high, even allies can fracture. Let's step back and look at the battlefield. In Salem, the Kuryaki's empire is hanging by a thread. Vivian has weaponized lies and leverage, and now the fallout is spreading fast. Xander, blindsided by the truth about the forged letter, is teetering on the edge, angry, betrayed, and ready to retaliate. His loyalty to the family is unraveling, and if he turns on Philip or Vivian, it could spark an all-out war within the mansion walls. And then there's Sarah, whose secret looms like a ticking time bomb. She thought confiding in Maggie would bring clarity, but in reality? She may have just pulled Maggie into the crossfire. If Xander learns the truth now, when his trust is already shattered, it could break them for good. Vivian's plan, whether intentional or not, is working. She's creating chaos, confusion, and conflict from every angle. And with no one fully in control, the entire family legacy is at risk. Meanwhile, halfway across the world, Steve and Marlena are at a crossroads of their own. The trail in Estonia has gone cold. John is still missing. And though Steve insists they need to explore other paths, Marlena is battling the sinking feeling that they're losing time and hope. But one thing is clear. Both storylines are reaching a boiling point. What happens next will depend on who takes control and who loses it. Thursday's episode pulls no punches. We've got shocking truths, emotional confessions, family betrayals, and long-distance danger. So what should you watch for? Will Xander confront Philip over the fake letter? Can Sarah keep her secret safe, and should she? Is Vivian about to get what she wants, or burn everything down trying? And is Steve really done with the mission to find John, or is this just the calm before the storm? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Days of Our Lives is just getting started. So stay tuned, stay curious, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest breakdowns, spoilers, and soap opera bombshells. Because in Salem, no secret stays buried forever.